As someone who has lost over 40 pounds naturally in a healthy way, and after 30, my primary way of working out has been home workouts since 2020. And because of that, I feel really passionately about testing different kinds of home workouts and things like that. And today is no exception, but today's a little different because I'm not telling you what I already know. I'm sharing with you your favorite creators of fitness, and I'm going to rank them for you and tell you what I think. So if you are ready to hear what I think of your favorite fitness content creators, let's get started. So for this challenge, I did test every creator's full body workout of some kind over the week, just because I like to have sameness for a basic comparison. And the first creator that I tried was Millionaire Hoy Fitness. Thank you to him for shouting out my video and just being so kind in my comment section. He kind of found me, which I don't really know how that happened, but he found me instead of me finding him, but then you guys were recommending him. So I'm very excited to have tried his workouts this week. So at the time of filming, he has 42,000 subs, and I did his 30-minute full body workout. And this particular workout that I chose was a little bit more of like a HIIT style training workout, which I expected based kind of on the title of the video. But I very much enjoyed this workout. When I was looking over his content and his YouTube channel, it seemed like he had a pretty good like variety of both strength workouts, but also like HIIT cardio. But it didn't seem like, and I might have missed it. So you guys are better versed on these channels than I am. So please leave in comments and let me know if there's things that I'm missing or helpful information for others. But it seemed like his were more like the full body days were more of like a HIIT cardio style, less like full body, just straight up lifting. But there was a good balance and mix and a combination between dumbbell and HIITs. It kind of was like giving me Fuel vibes as I was doing his like HIIT workout, which if you're not new around here, you know I love Fuel from Caroline Gervan, but that's kind of what it reminded me of. He also mentioned he has an app, which I think is really cool. A lot of these creators actually have apps too, and I don't know how those vary compared to their workout content. So I don't know what they're offering over there because I didn't test any of their apps. But he is a creator who does a lot of talking and encouraging throughout. He's like your fun friend coach, and I love that. I think that's a good style for me, that works for me, but I'm also not super picky about that. Like I can do a workout where somebody's talking to me because I feel like if I were a fitness coach, I would be the talking kind. But if you're somebody who's really adamant against it, like my Gervanators tend to be less interested in the talking, which is mostly why they like Caroline. So I feel like you're either team for or team against. So if you're team against, then it may not be the fitness style for you. But if you are somebody who is interested in somebody who talks through your workouts, he does a great job of really like explaining to you what the movement's supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, and just sort of walking you through things to help you along. And so if you're new to workouts or a beginner too, that could also be really helpful, that cueing. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. I appreciate the demos a lot. I also appreciate just like all the different information he's providing on the screen for you. He's got your alternates on the screen and just lots of great information during the workout as you go to follow along, what his heart rate is and things like that to kind of give you a baseline of maybe what you should be expecting or how much you should feel like you're exerting in this particular portion of the workout. I think especially for somebody who's newer to fitness, having that kind of information can be extremely valuable as a learning tool. So overall, really enjoyed it. I think he'd be a great trainer, like I said, for all different fitness levels. And so regardless of where you are, I think he's a great trainer for all fitness levels. So yeah, I loved it. I had a great experience with it and I would definitely recommend. And I'm going to rank everybody at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that so you don't miss my ranking of the 5 channels. Day 1, Millionaire Hoy Fitness. He asked for this because he was in my comment section. Hey, how you doing? So, thanks to all of you guys who also suggested this. I decided to include this in this video rather than a different Hidden Gems video because so many of you also recommended his workouts to me. And I did a 30-minute Metcon workout. Whew, that was spicy. I mean, you can tell. My millennial is showing today. I'm wearing my full millennial uniform. Yeah, that was fire. As in my previous videos, I'll certainly circle back after full thorough examination with final thoughts in a chair, not looking like this. But first impression, very good. I started with 10-pound weights, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing all right. And so I grabbed a pair of 15s. And then at some point in the workout, you can see that I started to question all of my life choices. As I'm doing it, I'll see if I can find a video area of me. But yeah, I started to question all of my life choices. The 10s would have been fine, but you know, we're all about pushing our limits. Great warm up, great dynamic warm up. Nice little like cool down. Loved it. We'll circle back. And I will see you tomorrow for the next workout. Bye guys. Hey guys, if you're finding this video useful or helpful in some way, would you do me a huge favor and give it a thumbs up? It lets YouTube know this is useful or helpful in some way, so we'll share it out to others who want to be fit and healthy too. All right, Tracey Steen. So as I'm filming this, she has 198,000 subscribers. And, you know, her sort of mantra or motto is move daily fitness. And it kind of reflects in the content that she creates because there's quite a bit of variety there. I don't feel like I did a lift heavy workout, but she has a handful of those as an option. But then there's also some other different styles of workouts on her YouTube channel. But I think the sort of premise is not about what kind of workout you do, just that you're moving daily. And so I really appreciate her messaging about that. And so it kind of makes sense that she would do it in the way that she does it. But just a very likable human. Again, someone who talks through the workouts with you. I wish desperately that she would put her workouts in the description bar. Millionaire Hoy does, which thanks, dude. Appreciate you. And I also appreciate your lists. If you're not new around here, I'm a big fan of like programming as opposed to like individual workouts. Like that's a big kind of pet peeve for me is when instructors don't put the workout in the description bar because you know what you're going to do before you film it or after you film. You know what you're going to do. I know it's more work. Please put it in there because I'm trying to program. I know it's very niche, very specific. If you don't program your workouts, you don't give a crap. But if you're like me and you program your workouts, then but anyway, so she doesn't, and I desperately wish that she would put her workouts in the description. She does show you what she's going to do so you can like scrub the video. But anyway, that's just a pet peeve of mine, but it would make it easier for me. But overall, like I really enjoyed the workout. I thought it was great. She seems like a really like nice, sweet, genuine human. And I just really like her for that. And again, quite a lot of variety, not just lifting heavy. And the playlist only seemed to be for like mini series. Like she had like a mini Valentine's series and things like that for like different challenges and stuff. But again, I'm not sure what her app is offering. So if you've got experience with the app, I'd love to hear from you guys if it's different or similar. But the lifting heavy video that I did was absolutely great. She'd be great for beginners. So just overall a great experience. And she does offer a membership. So if that's something that you're interested in to get kind of a different experience, then that's available for her as well. Again, really great, really enjoyed it, especially if you are like a beginner. Her cueing and stuff is really solid. Day 2, Tracey Steen, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. Correct me if I'm wrong if you'd like. But yeah, wow, what a lovely human being. That was like my immediate takeaway is just what a lovely human. Like what's going on with my hair? You know, just such a lovely human being to work out with. And if you are new to weightlifting, that is a terrific person to follow. Not only does she go over like form with you, but she also gives you ideas of like why you're doing what you're doing, and there's the educational piece as well. So just super helpful, super informative. I'm going to continue to study her library and I'll circle back. But I did very much enjoy that workout today. That was a heavy lifting workout. But yes, very likable human being for sure. So I will circle back with more of her library, but overall, I very much enjoyed that workout. Of course, I'll link it for you in case you want to do it for yourself. But I will catch you guys tomorrow for day 3. The next day was NourishMoveLove, and I will tell you, for the longest time, I read that as NourishMoreLove as opposed to NourishMoveLove, and y'all have been on me to review this YouTube channel for a month of Sundays. Like y'all are all up in my comments about her. You love her. She has 833,000 subscribers at the time of filming. And this is a mix of like shorter and longer programs to me. She didn't have anything that was like super duper long, at least on her YouTube channel. Again, she's another one who offers content outside of YouTube. And so because of that, I'm not sure what that looks like, but her library on YouTube was quite a mix of like longer and shorter like programs and stuff like that. And all of the workouts were ranging in like 30 to 45 minute time frames for the most part. But there's some variety, but it is sort of a primarily dumbbell focused type of YouTube channel. And so that's kind of primarily what you're going to see on her channel is dumbbell workouts. At least in the like newer videos, she has somebody doing the modifications for, you know, alternates of activities. Like for me, I used the alternate workout section because she did pull-ups in the workout I did. I don't have a pull-up bar. So I used the alternate, you know, modification, if you will. And so I think it's cool that there's like an actual person there besides just her that's doing that. So if you're into that, that's cool. She has a very like fitness trainer vibe to her, like, you know, like you're sort of like stereotypical fitness trainer. But if you're into that, you know, I think it's great. Again, she's a very talk through, motivate, but also give you cues kind of person. And so if that's what you enjoy and you like strength training workouts, then, you know, I mean, she's got 833,000 subscribers for a reason. Like, people clearly like what she's doing. So I like that. And I, you know, again, she does the description bar, which I appreciate. You know, she like checks all the boxes of my little pet peeves. Good morning, guys. I got a later start today than needed, but here we are. We made it. So many of you have been on my behind about trying NourishMoveLove, and so today I finally did it. I know some of y'all are like through the roof. So today I did try Lindsay from NourishMoveLove. You guys have been recommending her a ton to me. And overall, I did a shorter workout today because I got a later start, like I said, but I picked one of her like 20-minute workouts. I did not have the best workout today, but that is not a reflection of Lindsay or her work. That is just me and like where I'm at today. I was at Carowinds yesterday. I said, I just don't have all the gas in the tank. Lower recovery day. So I just sort of took it at an easier pace than I normally would. And I didn't really gun it. But I thought that was a really nice workout. Lindsay reminds me of sort of like what I would kind of stereotype as like the quintessential, like coach, you know what I mean? Like the super motivating, you know, like talks you through. But I think that's a good thing for some people. The people in my comment section who hate when people talk during workouts will not like NourishMoveLove. They will not. I don't mind it personally. I don't really care either way. But yeah, so overall, pretty good workout. So next up is Penny Barnwell or Garage Girl Fitness. What's weird is she has, well, it's not weird, but what's notable, I guess, is that she has 2 YouTube channels. She has the Penny Barnwell channel, but she also has Garage Girl Fitness, which has like 12,000 subscribers. And the workout I ended up doing was actually on that YouTube channel as opposed to her like original channel. I didn't really notice like a huge difference in the type of videos that are going on each one. So I'm sure I just missed something. So if you guys know, if you're more familiar with her content, you can tell me like why there are 2 separate channels. You can fill me in if you will. But she has 2 channels. One of them has 222,000 and the other one has about 12,000 subscribers at the time I am filming this video. And she seems to program her workouts in like a calendar style. So a la Sydney Cummings, where you've got your June calendar, your July calendar, your August calendar, and she's going to program it for you based on a calendar rather than like a programmer series like a Max or an Epic or whatever. And again, it's a personal preference thing. Like, I don't mind that. Again, as long as there is a program or somebody's giving me some guidance, like there's a rhyme and reason to why you're doing it the way you're doing it, that's fine by me. The problem for me really comes when it's just like random, you know what, workouts. Like this one and then this one, like nothing that makes any sort of sense. That's where I run into trouble, because for me, I like having a structure. I probably could now, but especially when I first started working out, I needed somebody to tell me like, you need to be doing this type of lifting in order to see progress, because random 10, 15-minute workouts just isn't going to do it for you. So I thought what was interesting when I was looking at it is she has like the same video multiple times, but if you're part of her membership, you have access to ad-free workouts and you have access to an ad-free and music-free option of the workouts. So you have 3 different kinds if you join her membership, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't pay attention how much her membership was. Is it all the same on YouTube? You see how much I know. I will find out though, and it will be on the screen if I can figure that out. But in her membership, you have access to the same video, but different styles. And she also does some live workouts too. Well, good morning, friends. So today's exercise workout was Penny Barnshaw. I wrote down Penny something else that started with a B, and I'm like, wait, do I have the right person? So I'm going to assume I did. Alexandria, your millennial is showing. That's just what we should call this video, is Alexandria, your millennial is showing. Because that's how it feels. Anyway, great workout today. Super challenging. Was kind of giving me like Epic 3-ish, Epic Heat vibes from Caroline Gervin, if that's like who you're familiar with, or if that is a good frame of reference for you. But I really enjoyed it. It was only 30 minutes, but I definitely got a solid full body. I actually chose a barbell workout, which all the videos I'm mentioning will be linked in the description bar for you in case you want to go do the workouts themselves. But it was a barbell workout, but I just modified with dumbbells as a reminder that you can modify anything. Like, just because somebody is doing a workout with a different kind of weight than you, or with weights and you don't have them, like, it doesn't mean you can't do that workout. It just means you might have to modify or make changes. The only caveat to that is, like, if somebody's doing a body weight workout, you might just have to be cautious of, like, what are you trying to do with weights that they're doing with body weight. But anyway, overall great workout. She's in the no talking camp compared to my last workout, which was like the lots of talking camp. I think, if I'm remembering right, she is the only kind of non-talking person so far that I've covered in this video, which is interesting. So anyway, I will circle back to you guys, and I will see you probably tomorrow for our last one, but maybe Sunday. We'll just kind of see how the week shakes out, and I'll see you tomorrow for our last creator for this video anyway. All right, bye friends. My final person was Lift with C, and this channel has 545,000 subscribers at the time I am filming. And again, she's also one who creates content on an app now. It seems like primarily is where because I couldn't figure out her content upload schedule to save my life. I looked and I'm like, what? There's like a 3-month window, and then there's like one. I'm like, so I don't know. Somebody help me. Somebody who's a regular Lift with C person. Somebody help me. Tell me what the deal is with the structure of hers. Is she just on the app now? Is it kind of like Caroline, where she's like primarily just moved her content over and just what's left is her older programs? Help me. Somebody help me, please. But it's mostly dumbbells, it seems, which, again, for me is kind of what I'm looking for, a la Iron-esque style. But, overall, it was a good experience. She is also one of those people who doesn't talk through the workouts for you. She and Penny also doesn't talk during her workouts. So you're not going to get the same kind of like cueing you do from the first 3 that I mentioned. But in her workouts, it's sort of a assumption that you already know the cueing and that you don't need that support in the same way of like a Caroline video. And Live with C is also the same. I like that she puts the information in the video as well as in the description bar so that you can see what's coming. I like the preparation of that. It just really helps me from a workout standpoint. And again, it does look like she's kind of mostly moved to the app now. So I don't know if her app is also primarily strength-based training, but on the channel itself, it does appear to be like primarily strength-based training. And overall, I really enjoyed the workout. Just a very like easy to follow. I would call it beginner friendly. And of course, you're getting my reactions to all of these lives. So that will be sprinkled in here. Well, hello. Last day of this little group and of people here. We got Lift with C. Today was a good workout. It was a solid strength training session. No bells and whistles, which I prefer, a la Iron of my Gervinators who've never tried Lift with C. Yeah, so today was a good, solid workout. I ended up having to like bump my weights up because I was like, girl, you are not giving it your whole effort. You are half, you know what, banning it today, in case there are little people watching. Yeah, I was half butting it today, and I could tell. So I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. So if you think you're alone, you're not. I do it too. I'm like, I don't want to push up my weight today, but I knew I needed to, so I did. Sometimes it's hard, man. I think I'm in a season right now where I kind of need to be bumping up my weights to like really actually challenge myself, but mentally I just haven't been in that headspace, and so I kind of need to get my head back in the game, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so everything except for lateral raises, of course, because, well, lateral raises, if you know, you know. Which, if you're watching this video, you probably do. So yeah, I'll just be lifting my 10-pound weights on my lateral raises for all of Kingdom Come. I'm like cutting my head off. She's giving Kim Possible today, while simultaneously pretending to be at the Backstreet Boys concert and lifting weights at the same time. Anyway, so I'll circle back in a day or two when I've done all the research that I want to do, and I'll share my final thoughts. So I'll catch you guys over there in a chair or something. All right, bye guys. Let's do this. Let's do a ranking. Now, I want to say before I rank them that there is no shade to any of these content creators. They're all clearly working hard. They're all clearly enthusiastic about helping support their audience. This is just my personal preference of who I'm most likely to do again and in what order, but is not a reflection of them as people or as content creators, because everybody is different. Okay, caveat in place. My number 5, I'm going to work my way up to one. Number 5 is Lift with C. I liked her fine. Again, part of my concern is just that I think her stuff's basically on the app now. But again, just like with Caroline, there's a lot of great stuff that's still there. So it's like, it's not that there's not great stuff there. There's great stuff there. So, if that's something that you're interested in. But for me in particular, she just ended up being my least favorite of all the favorites. But again, a good solid workout. Absolutely nothing wrong here. Just of my personal preference, my least favorite. Number 4, NourishMoveLove. I'm sorry. I like her just fine. Again, it's one of those things where none of these are bad. None of them are bad. It's just like for the vibe I'm kind of going for when I work out mostly, this is just a less likely vibe for me to choose. So again, a good workout. I enjoyed it. Seems like a nice person, but for me, it made number 4. Number 3, Tracey Steen. Again, truly just such a lovely human. Really and truly such a lovely human to watch. Just, I found her extremely likable, but I don't know, just based on what I was comparing to, she ends up being number 3 for me, but super quality workouts, especially if you're a beginner, for sure. Number 2, Millionaire Hoy. Again, loved it. Loved the style of training. Just awesome. Just really, truly enjoyed it. The only reason it makes number 2 is because I just preferred Penny's style of training, like just a smidge more. Again, both terrific, honestly, great. So Penny Barnwell or Garage Girl Fitness, she is number 1 for me, but I would absolutely do any and all of these workout programs again. I really appreciate you guys taking the time, effort, and energy to share your thoughts with me. That's how this community grows. That means a lot to me. So I thank you, and I would love to know, who should I try next? Are there new people you'd like me to try that you've never tried? Or are there people you love that you still think I should try? And if you're new and haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do. I would love to have you here to be your non-judgy mom friend who comes alongside you to help you reach your goals. Bye, friends.